Ernie, how are you?
Uh,
Well, I'm so happy you got a new helper in Hernando County.
yeah, we're getting a few of them finally.
Yeah, finally.
Laura will be here in a few minutes, so.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Lori, thanks for those maps too. They look good.
Oh yeah, no problem. Am I going to be presenting those, or are you going to present them, or?
To be announced. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good.
I'm waiting to have the final discussion with Brenton this afternoon. He's in production on the whole program. So once that's all together, I'll give you a better idea.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Okay, we don't have folding chairs. It's easier than having a.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem with patients. And then the agenda.
Okay. Problem locations, the same problem locations that come up every time.
Well, we got rid of a few of them, but. That's all. I think really what we got is one. Yeah, we got one. That's not murder, with the control lines put down.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
Hey David, how you doing? Oh, I think you muted yourself. I think you were unmuted.
Okay, how about
There
now?
you go. There you go. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good. Very good. How you doing, Mr. Jim?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How's the weather up in your area?
It is cloudy.
Mm.
It got a little rain yesterday, but not bad, like quarter inch.
Yeah, but
Thought it was
kind of
gonna
cool,
rain
right?
today, but didn't. I'm sorry.
Nice and cool, right?
Yeah, it's 73 outside right now.
Very nice.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Trees are all greened up real pretty and Plants are growing.
I'll take it.
Yep, it's all good stuff. Looks like we're about ready to start up here. Get a few more coming.
Yep. Maybe give it like 1 minute and then
Yeah.
we can roll into it. Yeah, like some people are really signing on. Yeah. All right. Want to rock and roll, Jim?
Let's go.
All right.
Good afternoon, everybody. All of you are here. Get started with our April 12th, 2023 West Central CTST meeting. The agenda's on the screen. We'll welcome everybody and introductions. I'm Jim McLean, citizen Citrus County. Melissa, you want to call roll, I guess.
Sure.
Be good.
All right. So, hey, everybody, I am Melissa Shepard with JMT, a consultant for District 7. And just to let everybody know, this meeting is being recorded. And if you are not speaking, please mute your mics. All right. So I'll just go down the list here. Bev Howard.
Yes, Beth Howard, Citrus County.
Thank you, ma'am. David Carr.
Dave Carr, out in beautiful Ridge Manor, Florida, east end of Hernando County.
Thank you. Emma Duran.
It's MS Durand, FTOT Safety Office, District Traffic Safety Engineer.
Thank you. We have Elena Vitt.
Good afternoon, Colonel Elena Vitt with the Citrus County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you. Ernie Lane. That was Ernie Lane.
Ernie Lane, Hernando County Engineering.
Thank you, sir. All right, and then George Edmonston.
Good afternoon, George Edmonston. I'm with Benish. I'm a District 7 safety consultant.
Thank you, sir. Peter Shu.
Hey, DOT Candyman's here. If you want to ask who is the DOT Candyman in the whole state of Florida, that's me. Hello, everyone.
Thank you, Peter. All right, Jim McLean. Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you.
Citizen Citrus County.
Thank you, sir. John Bergen.
Yes, Lieutenant John Bergen with Citrus County Sheriff's Office.
Thank you, sir. Lori Paleo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lori Paleo with JMT.
All right, and then Robert Esposito.
Yes, I'm here. Hernando County Citrus, or Hernando Citrus MPO. Sorry, it's been a long day already.
Thank you, sir. All right, Sherry Cook.
Sherry Cook, Citrus County Sheriff's Office, Intelligence Analysis Unit.
Thank you, ma'am. Troy Slattery.
Yes, I'm here and I'm with the City of Crystal River Public Works.
All right, awesome. Thank you. And then we have Allison Cornelius.
Allison Cornelius with the Citrus County Sheriff's Office, Intelligence Analysis.
All right, awesome. If there's anyone else that I did not call your name, please feel free to let us know you're on the call.
Laura Borgesi, Traffic Engineer, Hernando County.
What was your last name again? Sorry.
It's Borgesi, B as in boy, O-R, G as in girl, E-S-I.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Thanks. All right, awesome. I think that's it. So, Jim, it's on you.
All right. Got a lot of folks today. That's good. A lot of variety also. Review and approval of the March 2023 minutes. Any comments about those or adjustments? Do we hear a motion that they are approved? Somebody make a motion that we approve the minutes from the from the March meeting.
This is Ernie, so moved.
Do I hear a second?
It's George, I'll second.
All right, thank you, Ernie and George. Thank you very much. And now we should go to old business. Problem location spreadsheet. First one is Ernie, you have some information about this one. We've been kind of holding up for you to get back on and let us know what's going on out there at the Good Neighbor Trail.
That one there has been transferred over to the capital improvement program. So whenever they throw funds at it, which probably, I think next year, I think what they're looking at.
Ernie, can you say again where it got transferred to? I didn't hear that.
Capital improvement program, CIP.
Item
Okay.
1.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the second one is the Mariner Boulevard and North Cliff Boulevard.
This is Ernie again. That one I requested for that to be done. I don't know where the contract is, if they're running out this year or not. I'm hoping to be done here soon. And that's a striping contract that we have.
All right. Melissa?
Sorry, Jim. I can't. Sometimes we can't. I
It's okay.
can't hear you.
You can't hear me well?
Every now and then I can't. I see your mouth moving and then nothing, but maybe it's just the connection I'm having.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'll move my mic up a little bit louder. That's my speaker. Can't do that. Number 3 is the Miss Maggie Drive. That's Walt Eastman and Sergeant Anstead. I think at our last meeting, Sergeant Anstead was going to write a letter to Walt about putting a speed study out there, I believe. And that was, I'm not sure what the status of that is. Does anybody from the Sheriff's Department have information on that?
Lieutenant Bergen here. I recently took over for Lieutenant Ball. This is my first meeting, so I do not have information on it, but I will get with Sergeant Anstead. She was not available to make the meeting today. I will get with her about it.
All right. Thank you very much. And the Deltona Boulevard and West Citrus Springs Boulevard. That's one we checked all the intersections up there, and Mike had mentioned at the last meeting we could get some flashing stop signs to put up there. Laura and I both agreed about that. I haven't gotten with Walt about those because I went up there and there was another gentleman at our meeting last month that said we need to check the other 4-way stops along Citrus Springs Boulevard, which I did do that. And found out the visibilities, street lighting, stop signs, and so forth. I have a long report about that. One was Deltona Boulevard south and north. It stretches north and south from Citrus Springs Boulevard. And then Elkham Boulevard is both a south and north on Citrus Springs Boulevard crossing. And Dunklin and Century Boulevard also uses, it's a four-way stop there as well. I could go into all these details if you wanted me to, but I don't know that we need to. At Elkham, you've got, let's see which one I got here first. At Dunklin, I feel like Dunklin probably should have the lighted stop signs installed there. At Dunklin and Century Boulevard, it's a Century on one side, east side, and Dunklin on the west side of Citrus Springs Boulevard. The intersection is lighted. It's a desolate intersection. Not much out there at all, but the lighted stop signs probably would be good there. And when I did that, looked at it, it was, let me turn the page here. There's a north and southbound Citrus Springs Boulevard has stop ahead signs with reflective sticks. And excuse me, it has Citrus Springs Boulevard also has crossroads sign after the southbound stop ahead signs. And it has crossroads sign before the northbound stop ahead sign. I don't know the distance that those crossroad, excuse me, the crossroad signs are from the intersection, but it looks like quite a long ways. I didn't go out there and measure it or anything. It's all got good visibility at the intersection, but I feel that if we're going to put some of those flashing stop signs up, that would be a good intersection to do it. And also the one at Deltona and Citrus Springs, the one where we had the accidents we discussed last meeting, probably should have the lighted stop signs put up there as well. And Laura agreed with us at last meeting about that. That one was, they've got this divided four-way stops and all-way signs on them. Stop ahead signs are 200 feet and the travel lanes rise to the intersection. It's got good visibility of stop signs. They have the reflective sticks. We decided, or we thought about possibly using the lighted stop signs at those two intersections on review. Need 8 of them at Deltona and Citrus Springs at the south intersection, and we need 6 units at the Deltona Century intersection with Citrus Springs Boulevard. I don't know, we should go with a road maintenance or engineer, get with Walt and have road maintenance go out there and review that, and then decide if put those up at that point. I haven't contacted Walt about them yet because I wanted to look at the other intersections out there. But I can certainly do that this week. And then he got any reports, any sheriff's department information about those intersections, accidents out there at either of those two intersections. Sherry? I hear nobody.
I have not.
We got crickets. Oh, okay.
I haven't looked it up. Our Signal 4 Analytics just came back online. At least I think it's online. It was down the whole month of March. So we haven't had access to look into intersections like that. But I will.
Okay. All right. Yeah, those after our meeting last month, and the gentleman mentioned we ought to look at all the other intersections there that are major on Citrus Springs Boulevard with the four-way stops. We should look at those and possibly put up the flashing signs and stop signs at those intersections as well. But and once I review that and the intersections and the visibility areas and how they're set up right now with stop signs and divided highway signs and signs, warning there's stop signs ahead and so forth. Those two intersections stand out as probably needing those to eliminate some of those accidents out there. We've had 4 of them in the last 2 years at the Deltona Citrus Springs Boulevard intersection. So, I will talk to Walt about that, and maybe Walt and Mike and road maintenance, myself can get together on it and decide on what to do out there. Any comments, please? Hearing none. Is everybody able to hear me? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yes, I hear. Sherry, yes?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. All right, shall we move on to the next one then? It's, all right. Signal timing checks at US 41 and 486, Highway 44 and Highway 580, County Road 581. I believe that light has been adjusted. The last couple times I've been through that intersection, the people that are traveling south on 581 from Whispering Pines Park area, there's 7 or 8 cars go through that light now instead of just 2 or 3. I don't know if that's adjusted properly or not, but it seems like it's working good. But they do back up on 44 going to the west. Both directions on 44 from that intersection. Is that? So I'm not sure what the status of that is. Mike's not available today, right? I haven't heard him. Okay.
No, Mike is not on, but MS and Peter from District 7 are on the call.
Okay. So I'm not sure what has happened up that intersection there.
Hey, Jim, this is MF. I don't have that information, but let me follow up with Mike, and he can follow up with you on, or with the team next week on what the latest is on that.
Okay. Yeah, I think they've been adjusted based on what I've seen in the past versus what I've seen the last week when I was down there a couple times.
Okay, that's good. But yeah, let me see if if the loop is already closed on that one, so that we can. Good. Yeah, right, we can move on. Sounds good. Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right. We'll move on to the next one then.
Hey, Jim, I think we went past number 5 for, we went to number 6 first. We got number 5.
Oh,
the skip line.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yep.
We got the
I
skip
couldn't see
lines
very
at
well.
41.
Yeah, the skip lines at 41 and 486. I think Mike said that they were going to do something about that possibly. But we don't know what the status of that is with Mike being not here. If anything's been done about that. I know they haven't been painted out there. I was out there not too long ago and they're not painted out there yet. So that's the status of that one.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list.
On the list?
Yeah, I'll add it to the list to follow up with Mike. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you very much, Amos.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. And number 6, we talked about that one. Is there any on numbers? Is there number 7? I don't think there is.
No, just number 6. So that's it.
That's number 6. All right.
Yep.
All right, very good. Now we should go to calendar updates and activity reports. All right, calendar updates. We do have our next meeting is going to be, of course, I'll probably announce that later, right?
You can go ahead and if you want to discuss it now, we can do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and there will not be a local Hernando Citrus CTST, West Central CTST meeting. It's going to be a mega meeting May 10th from 9 to 3 down in Tampa. And I think Mike has sent out several notices about that and for invitations, and you'll need to sign up if you plan on attending to be at that meeting. It's going to be on May 10th, University Area CDC, 14013 North 22nd Street in Tampa. It's near the University of South Florida campus. So we'll have some meetings down there. There's going to be several people doing presentations. And if you haven't checked out the program yet, please do so. And then our next in-person meeting is going to be June 14th, 2023 at 1:30. It's going to be in person and locations to be determined. I don't know if there's anything decided about that or not. Melissa, could you help us with that?
Yeah, I don't think anything has been determined, but once it is, we'll update, obviously, the agendas, and we'll update the website.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let's go into any other calendar updates or activity reports. Anybody have any reports on stuff like that?
Hey,
Yes.
Jim, the Candyman have some update.
Great, thank you.
Yes, the first thing I posted in the chat box, Federal Highway is going to have a national talk on May 3rd. Let me see, what's the day? From 1 to 2:30 p.m. They want to know how can the Federal Highway help to help the local agency to address local road safety. So this is a webinar they call FSWA Local Road Technical Assistance. So that's something I will highly recommend. If you have free time, I think this is a Wednesday from 1 to 2:30 Eastern Standard Time to participate. Also, I post this the new congratulations to Hernando County, and they won $300,000 2 months ago related to Safe Street for All grant. But later this week, Federal Highway just posted the next round of this Safe Street for All. The application due date is very early this year, July 10. I tried to ask, would Citrus County or Citrus Hernando MPO apply the Safe Street for All grant? And I basically it's a $1.1 billion allocated. And later, early this year, we really have a good, I'm talking about Hernando won $300,000, City of Port Richey got 160, and later Pinellas MPO won this like a $600,000, and City of Tampa and Hillsborough County won almost $40 million combined. So really, we should have a good chance. Citrus County and Hernando Citrus MPO should have a good chance to get the grant. So really, I highly recommend people in Citrus County to talk to with MPO together. And I just heard somebody talk about Signal 4 do not have a crash data in March. I don't know if that had been discussed last month. Just almost 30 days ago, DHSMV Tallahassee, they decide to hold this crash data releasing into Signal 4. They decide to hold 60-day delay. So that will start happening on March 1st this year. So basically, any crashes happen on March 1st, we will not be able to access the crash data until May 1st. That rule applies to all law enforcement agency, even DOT, all city and county. DHSMV don't care. The people like a safety professional like us, we need the data to do something. They say, nope, they're not going to open it up. So just FYI. And later I mentioned something in calendar update. Next week is Monday to Friday is the National Walk Zone Safety Week. And later we just FYI, Tampa Bay was ranked worst in year 2022 related to walk zone safety. And quite a lot of crashes happen in Citrus and Hernando. So we need to work together. And I posted the news about Hernando County got $300,000, the Safe Street for All grant. Probably one day we can ask Laura or whoever to let us know what did they plan to use this grant for. That's the update from Peter Shoot the Candyman.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Peter.
Jim, this is
Yes, Bob.
This is, thanks, Jim. Hey, Peter, while you're there, thank you for that information. Walt Eastman was looking for, Charles Kane gave a presentation in lieu of, oh gosh, why did I just draw a blank on her name? The previous law enforcement liaison, Janice.
Janice.
Gave a great presentation, and Walt Eastman asked for the specific crash data locations. Is that something you can provide?
Can Lori do that for us?
I was asking if Peter could. Did he drop off?
Peter. Oh, Peter's still there. Yeah.
Peter, I need some candy.
Peter is muted. Peter is muted. I'm gonna go and tell him in his office because I can hear him talking, but he's not coming through.
Okay.
Hold on. Justin Paul got. Yep.
Okay.
All right. He's on a call. He had to step out to take a call. I apologize. Can we circle back, Bob? We continue after.
Yeah, absolutely.
When he comes
Thank
back.
you.
Okay.
Hey, Emmett, I could probably answer that because I just talked to Charlie earlier today. So he gave crash data for Citrus and Hernando. Is that what you're saying, Robert?
Well, he gave a presentation, but Walt was looking for the specific crash data locations.
Okay, so Lori's going to have, this week, I was going to get to this in the open forum announcements, but we're kicking off the enhanced law enforcement engagement next week. We'll be at Brooksville Operations. So all the updated crash report data, hotspots for state roads, Lori has maps that she has produced. I was going to provide those to Hernando and Citrus County Sheriff's Office and the Highway Patrol. I would certainly wouldn't see a problem with Lori or them sharing that information with you and Walt as well. So
great, thank you. And please call me Bob. Please call me Bob. When I hear Robert, that was usually my dad upset with me. And if it was Robert Michael, I better run.
Sorry about that, Bob.
Thank you. That's all right.
All right, very good. Thank you, George, for the update, and Bob, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that. I was wondering if Peter could give us that website for the federal information on the 3rd of May that we could look at, and maybe Melissa could pass that out to us.
So Jim, it's actually in the chat for the call. So it's in the first chat. It's at 141, and he put a link to the chat, how to register. I click here. So that's all in the chat for everybody who's interested in viewing it.
Oh, okay.
Let me know if you do not see it or can't access it, because I can send it to you.
Yeah. Okay, I see that now. I got it.
And then he also put in there about the safe for all, what's it called, safe routes, the grant, and then he also put in there about the Works on Safety Week, and then the congratulations to Hernando County. So
okay.
Yep. All
right. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have any other activity reports, calendar updates from anyone? Any other information? Hearing no activity reports or calendar updates, we'll move to the fatal crash map. Lori, have those available?
Yep. Okay, so again, there's a 60-day lag that was effective March 1st that we discussed earlier. So these maps only go through February 28th. There have been 2 fatal crashes in Citrus County. The last CTST fatal maps went through February 15th, 2023. So this is just 2 more weeks of data. And since then, there has been 1 new fatal crash, which was a left turn fatal crash at East Gulf to Lake Highway and South Tide Drive at 4:15 p.m. So that there was 1 new crash since the previous maps were created. And then for Hernando County, There are 7 fatal crashes through February 28th again. And the last CTST, which was the 2 weeks previous, that ended on February the 15th, there were also 7 fatal crashes. So there hasn't been any new fatal crashes since the previous map. So it stayed the same.
Okay. Very good. Thank you, Lori.
One thing I want to add to that, please be mindful that the 60-day, so there may have been some in March, we just don't have the fatal crash report yet. So we will know on May 1st, we will know anything that happened in March 1st and so on.
Right. And since we're doing the CTST mega meeting next month, we're not going to have fatal crash maps until June. So we'll see more data.
Our June meeting will have the updated maps then. Yeah, good. Okay. Any Sheriff's Chopper? All right. And let's go to this safe routes to schools update. I don't think there's been any action to that. The last conversation I had with Walt was it won't be happening until 2025, I believe. There's nothing there's nothing to add to that, unless there's something else that I don't know about down in Fernando County. Do you know of anything, Ernie?
No, I don't have no information on that.
All right, good. Thank you. About the HSIP updates, any updates on that?
Yep, so the portal is coming along nicely. We are working with, or the district is now has it in their hands. So they're working away on that. So it should be up and running very shortly. We will be notifying everyone when it is ready 100% to go. But if you still need to submit applications, you can send them to myself and Lori, and then we'll get with the folks over at DOT to make sure that your application is put in the system and, you know, in the works and get going on it. Anything I missed, Emma?
No, you got it. It's I'm expecting it to be done by the time that's Mega CTST meeting, and we'll have the opportunity to present it at the Mega CTST meeting. So definitely you don't want to miss out. You want to, if you can attend, please do so. But yeah, you got it. It's almost 100%, because we're testing it out to make sure that all the external agencies can submit their applications. So it will be a very smooth process to submit for requests for equipment or other assistance.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Emmett. Leslie, you got that one handled pretty well, I'm sure. And how about some new business?
With Emma's help.
We all need help, especially me. Let's go to new business now. And any new problem areas from our sheriff's representatives today?
I do, actually. Apparently the light at 19 and Venable, especially the turn arrow to turn on to Venable from 19, sometimes you sit through 6 light changes before it decides to trigger a turn arrow. So apparently people are trying to dart across traffic to go over to the Home Depot parking lot to turn around to go straight through the light. This person was concerned there was going to be some accidents if it didn't get fixed. So I know there's a lot of construction going on there. So don't know if it's a timing thing or don't know why it's not triggering the arrow.
Is that the left turn for southbound 19?
The left turn from 19 to Venable.
Something different again.
Yeah. Okay. Right. That'd be a state road situation there for an adjustment on that traffic signal.
And like I said, there's still a bunch of construction.
Yeah, it's probably because of that construction. Who would take care of that? Melissa, can you help me with that?
Yep, I can see who can field that.
I also have a recommendation since we did the roadway safety audits up there. I know the sheriff's office did participate in those as well. Right on this website, you can go right to the project manager for that particular construction site. And Laura has the direct contact for that project manager. That signal is probably still on recall and it may just need some tweaking as to adjustments. But I'm sure on final configuration, it's going to be loop or video detection. But yeah, I think Sergeant Anstead could actually reach out to that project manager and address that issue, probably get fixed really quick.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll get with Anstead and have her do that.
Okay. Yeah, if she's got any problems, just reach out to me and I'll certainly help you out with that as well. I think Troy is still the project or the CEI for that project up there. So we can certainly reach somebody to get it taken care of.
All right, that sounds good. I have one other location. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Sherry.
One more location is the school bus exit from Hernando Elementary onto 486. That light triggers well after hours on weekends when nobody's sitting there. And then the turn arrow going into that drive will also signal and make the cars going eastbound stay there at the red light when there's nobody in the turn lane.
Yes, I experienced that on the weekends down there as well. Nobody at all around, and unless someone goes in there and makes a U-turn or something and trips that light going in there. What can be done
That's
about
what I was
that,
wondering.
George?
Is it on timer or is it on a trip? Because anytime I've gone through there, there's not been anybody on that side of the intersection at all.
Yeah, it may have a trip wire in the exit from the school, that area where the school buses come out. Possibly has a trip wire. I don't know for sure. I could check that out though. But it certainly is. It's been on the weekend and you just sit there and wait for the thing to go through its cycle to change. It certainly should be just a weekday thing or something, adjustment made to it. George, can any help with that? Or is that county? That'd be county road there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's probably county. I can only help you with those work zones because those contractors own those intersections while it's under construction, including the signal.
Right.
So.
Okay.
I'll put a request in to have it looked at.
Okay, yeah, Sherry, I'd go with road maintenance, Jim Sterling, see if he can have anything done to it. Or he could put you in the right direction anyway. All right. Is there anything else? Anybody else have another new problem area?
Is the light at 19 and Venable and the Hernando Elementary School bus exit, are those going to be on the problem location sheet?
I don't know if they should be on the sheet or not, being minor things we could take care of. I guess we could put them on there just temporarily anyway, the first time out, and make sure we get something done before the next meeting.
Okay.
That'd be good. All right.
Emmett had his hand up. Do you still have a question, Emmett?
I did. No, I just forwarded to you and Lori something during the meeting, beginning of the meeting. And I wanted to bring it up, but if we're, it could probably be in an open forum. But we can, I'll let you guys finish with the new business and then we'll, on the open forum, I can bring it up. It's about an opportunity to do an RSA on a local road.
Okay. All right. All right, Emmett, appreciate that, doing that. Are there any other problem areas we need to discuss? Anything else from the Sheriff's Department, Hernando County? Ernie, have anything down that way?
No, we try to take care of it as soon as we find out.
All right. Hearing no other new business, we'll move to the open forums and announcements. Emma, you can go ahead with your proposal.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, so will you mind sharing your screen, Melissa, if you or Lori? My computer is being glitchy.
Yep, give me 1 second. I'll pull it up for you.
But while Melissa's pulling it up, so Bob still on the line? Yes. So Bob had come to the safety office a while back, and he wanted to see about the opportunity to team up with provide some road safety audit support to local agencies, or either Citrus or Hernando or a city. And we were debating on what type of corridors in this case, the team here will benefit a lot more from a road safety audit. If those may not be familiar with a road safety audit, it's kind of a multidisciplinary approach to or audit or review assessment, safety assessment of a corridor or intersection, and we look at part of the members of the team that review this have typically include engineers, maintenance, law enforcement, people that may be familiar with the road, that live in the area, and so on. So we had this opportunity. We're doing something similar with Pasco. And so I wanted to throw it out there to the team and see if this will be something that could be discussed at a later meeting or something that we have to have a separate meeting for. But we did an initial screening of potential locations that we could do a road safety audit for. We might have to team with the county or whoever jurisdiction this corridor falls under. So one of the corridors, we look at fatal and serious injuries as part of the screening. We looked at pedestrian and bicycle statistics as well. So as you can see on the screen there, Lecanto Highway from West Black Diamond. If you click, I think it should take you to the map. But Lecanto Highway is one of those corridors in Citrus County that came up that where we could conduct a road safety audit and we could identify some potential safety improvements. With the Safe Roads for All grant application, the window that is open, some of these recommendations that come out of this could be implemented potentially in an action plan for a corridor that has a higher need. So there may be opportunities to use this, what comes out of this road safety audit to get some of the opportunities that are coming out of federal highway for implementation. But Lecanto Highway is one of those. I'm not sure if that's something that's been discussed previously and the team here, and how does the team feel about it? Melissa, you go back to the other locations. I'm just gonna show all the locations real quick here, and then we can talk about them. So Lecanto Highway is one. The next one is the Newland Road from west of Gatlin Avenue to US 41. That's also another one in Citrus County. Mariner Boulevard, I believe I saw one in the problem areas that Mariner Boulevard was there, one of those intersections there. So Mariner Boulevard in Hernando County from Linden to Augustine Road. And then the other one was Spring Hill Drive from Bentley Avenue to Coronado Drive. So we just want to get some input from the team here. What do you all think? Do you have other locations in mind that you would like to do a road safety audit? We have the opportunity to do at this time one, the biggest one that you all think that maybe really needs to have a comprehensive look at too. So I'll open it up to the team for any comments or suggestions.
Hey, Emmett, it's Bob. You said you can only do one. You not one in each county, just one total.
I think we could do one in each county. We just have to, because we only have one consultant. We might want to do one first, and then we could do another one after in the other county. Because I don't know if we'll have to see if we can do both at the same time. Sometimes that gets.
Oh well, it doesn't have to be at the same time. I just didn't know if it was one total. My thought.
No. No, I think. Go ahead.
If it's okay, my thought is I would go with the worst area where we're having just the most problems.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Anyone else feel free to chime in.
Yes, I saw one there that had a lot of red on it. I guess red is bad stuff, right?
Yeah.
A couple right there in that picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Can you go, Melissa, to the fatal crashes? I think it may be on at the beginning of the, there we go, on that table there, fatalities. So that one has 3 fatalities, 20 serious injuries. That's one of them. It's the next one there. We have one in
17.
3 and 17. Ooh, yeah. 743.
7 and 43.
Yeah.
6, that's 6 and 41.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the Spring Hill, was it the middle one, the third one there? It's the worst one.
Yes, that one there. Yeah,
Okay.
7 and 43. That's 23. 9 serious injury. Well, there hasn't been any in, let's go back to that one. 21 and 22 has just only been 9 serious injuries each year and no fatalities. Fatalities happen 16, 17, 18, and 20. Is something cleared up down there that's made that better?
You know, possibly, but sometimes, you know, crash data can be random like that. One days you have such a high peak, and then other years you have none. So that's why we looked at the whole overall trend, right? And
should we look maybe 21, 22, and 23 totals and see what they show up? It might show up more of a problem area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you go ahead and scroll that, Melissa? There's serious injuries. There's 8 serious injuries and 2 fatalities there, 21, 22.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let me go back up.
Yeah, go the other way, yeah. There's 21, 22, 17 serious, and 3 fatalities were earlier than that.
This is Ernie. Can you email this information out to us?
Yeah, I can email. Yeah, we don't have to make a decision today. Like I said, this thing, we could do a separate meeting, or you could just, you know, send me your comments and see what you all think. And yeah, I think we can. This can be. I don't have a problem sharing this with the group. If that's okay, Melissa, you can add this to the meeting minutes.
Hey, Emma, do you think they could add motorcycles to this too? Because I know Hernando and Citrus have had high motorcycle fatalities.
Yeah, we have it on the up above, on the right up, not on the table. It shows the vulnerable road users.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so we have that information there. So yeah, you know, just throwing that out there. So I wanna, you know, thank Bob for bringing this up and looking out for this opportunity that we can team and look into this a little further. So let us know what you'll think. We'll share this information. Maybe at the next meeting, you all can all make, you know, bring that up as part of the agenda and do a vote and come to a consensus on one. We can do one location in Hernando, one location in Citrus, if that's preferred.
I think that would be great. I think my board would like to see one of each. And just want Emma, thank you and FDOT for all that you do and trying to help us out with our safety issues. We greatly appreciate it.
No problem. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Are there any other new announcements or open forum businesses, discussions about anything?
Just
Yeah,
a quick
this-
announcement.
yeah.
This is Brenton from USF Cutter. I kind of joined a little bit late. We are starting a geofencing campaign in Brooksville along the around the area that's being constructed for the Good Neighbor Trail. So we'll be doing some work zone awareness geofencing there.
All right, good. Thank you. Yeah, they're coming along pretty well with that construction project down there.
And one more announcement, Jim. Next week, myself and the team will be up there in the Brooksville Traffic Operations Center for all law enforcement agencies, the Citrus County Sheriff's Office, the Highway Patrol, as well as Hernando, for the Enhanced Law Enforcement Engagement Kickoff Meeting, similar to what we did last year. This will be round 2, so we will distribute booklets. We'll explain some of the changes we made in the program on the abilities and opportunities to earn points towards equipment for your agencies. This program could extend further into 2024 based on, you guys call him the candy man, but I call him the money man. Peter did come up with some additional funds with Emma to assist in our endeavors with this program this year. So certainly appreciate that, and we look forward to getting some feedback from law enforcement as we move forward with this program kicking off on May 1st. So that meeting next week in Brooksville, Lieutenant Bergen, you should have probably gotten this from Lieutenant Ball or Sergeant Anstead, but it's going to be at the Brooksville Operations Center, April 19th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's at 1.
I do have that on my calendar. Thank you.
Great.
Can I mention something without getting myself in trouble with law enforcement? What do we do about getting the left lane drivers on the interstate the hell out of the left lane when they're tying up traffic? And I don't mean that because I want to be flying down the road, but it's dangerous when people are tying up the left lane and people are swerving in and out of lanes to get around them. I'll give you an example. I was on the Suncoast Parkway 2 months ago, and there was a guy just cruising the left lane with the deputy sheriff behind him. And I couldn't believe the deputy didn't light him up. It had to be 5 minutes before he could make his way, at least 3 to 5 minutes before he could get past him. You start ticketing these people left and right, it'll hit social media so quick they'll figure out it's a passing lane and not a travel lane. I'm joking, but not joking. I mean, it's a hazard out there with people in this state not understanding the rules of the road. With that, I digress. Don't give me a ticket, please. I need the law enforcement on there. The other thing, unless I deserve it. Other thing is we have kicked off our LRTP, Long Range Transportation Plan at the MPO, which is our single biggest study that we do. Kimley Horn is doing it. They did our 2045 plan. They're doing our 2050 plan. It's a 25-year. The feds require a 20-year lookout. The state looks out 25 years. So we're getting that well underway. I had a meeting today with Citrus County Administrator Steve Howard and the Assistant County Administrator up there, Mary, I can't think of her last name, and Walt Eastman. We were in a meeting up there with Cliff Manuel from Coastal Engineering. And really what I'm trying to do, I actually had a follow-up meeting later this morning with Hernando County Administrator Jeff Rogers, Scott Herring from DPW, and William Roll from Kimley Horn, and we're really trying just to engage the counties, get them very involved in the process of what they would like to see, what roads they think need to be enhanced, not just having our consultant, Kimley Horn, just try to guess what we're looking for. And so, if anybody has any input, this will be going on. It is a drop dead. We have to have it done by, I think, December 4th, 2024. But since that's a day after our December board meeting, it has to be adopted by the board. I've asked William Roll to push it up. We probably need to have it done by no later than our October 2024 board meeting. So if anybody has any input, information, anything they want to add, please let me know. I don't think anybody from our technical advisory committees on here, but we are also doing our vulnerability study, resilience study, which is being done by Benish, and it will be incorporated in the LRTP. So we have folks from technical advisory, the school board, Florida Forestry involved, because this vulnerability resilience study is when we have an event like a hurricane, you know, identifying routes, evacuation routes, or for instance, when we had the last big hurricane down in Cape Coral area, part of I-75 was underwater. Well, that's a problem. And we need to identify those areas. And considering Hernando and Citrus County are along the West Coast, US 19 can become problematic. So these are just things that we're just trying to identify as well. And will be incorporated the LRTP. That's pretty much it for me. Sorry, I was a little long-winded.
That's all right, Bob. That's what we need to do. Part of our group. All right. Are there any other announcements that we need to entertain today? All right. Hearing none, I will go over again. No May meeting, but we do have the spring mega meeting, May the 10th. Keep looking for information about that. I'd like to see a lot of folks from up this way down there. And then we'll resume our normal meetings in June on the 14th at 1:30 with a location to be determined. And Melissa will send that information out as she gets it. Our
Yes,
hearing, do we have any other things? Melissa, go ahead.
No, I just said, yeah, once we figure out the location, we'll get it sent out and we'll get it published on the website.
All right, awesome. Great meeting today, folks. Appreciate all the input. And I guess we will adjourn this meeting and see everybody in May. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Jim. Great job.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good job, Jim.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right. Catch you later. Bye-bye now.